Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news coming out of Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire, my friends. There are reports that there has been a coup d'etat, a military takeover in Ivory Coast, and France is panicking. France has deployed troops to Ivory Coast, and a warship is seen, a French warship is seen in the seas off the coast of Ivory Coast. My friends, the information is coming out all over the internet, but the internet has been shut down in Ivory Coast for over 24 hours now to stop the circulation of the coup d'etat. Some videos would have been leaked, and there are celebrations right now in the streets of Ivory Coast. Now, Ivory Coast is a significant country for France because it is the last stronghold of France left in West Africa, and much of the operations are run by Ivory Coast, the military bases in Ivory Coast. The president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, would have said that he has evidence that many of his assassination attempts, I think it's 19, many of the people would have fled to Ivory Coast, where they seek protection in Ivory Coast. Reports are that the president has been kidnapped and arrested, and the military is now in control. There are lots of videos coming out that the military has taken control of Ivory Coast. The president is missing. Some reports are saying that the president had a cabinet meeting, but that's unconfirmed because there's no communication from the government there. There's no communication from the president. Everything is silent. It's only some videos circulating out of Ivory Coast with celebrations all over the streets of the capital of Ivory Coast, Abidjan. Military takeover in Ivory Coast. France, troops and warship deployed. That is what some headlines are reading here, and this is coming from a media source in West Africa. Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara is reported to have been kidnapped days after his government mastermind the assassination of Chief of Army Staff General Lassina Doucombia. So the government of Ivory Coast assassinated the Chief of the Army Staff a few days ago, and this because the chief, they're saying the Chief of Army Staff was preventing the US forces from coming into Ivory Coast and masterminding their overthrow of the president of Burkina Faso, which they are trying to assassinate him right now. But the Chief of Army was stopping that, so he was assassinated, and this caused a chaos. It is reported that the Chief of Staff who was assassinated, Doucombia's consistent refusal to cooperate with US Army operations in Ivory Coast that seek to overthrow Burkina Faso military leader Captain Ibrahim Traore is the reason for his assassination. This has caused growing concern in the country, with thousands of Ivorian youth protesting on the street in support of Ibrahim Traore and calling for the immediate resignation of the president of Ivory Coast, Ouattara. The government of Ivory Coast has disabled internet connection in the country in an attempt to demobilize the teeming youth whose medium of communication is mainly through social media. My friends, this is serious information coming out of Ivory Coast, and the celebrations that are there by the youths in the streets of Ivory Coast speaks volume. They feel oppressed and they feel that they want freedom. That is the same thing that happened in Burkina Faso some years ago, sorry. After the military coup, there was celebration in the streets of Burkina Faso, and we are seeing the same thing in Ivory Coast. The internet has been down for almost 2 days now, but videos are coming out. The military has not came out and gave a speech to say they have taken over the country. The president of Ivory Coast and his government has not came out and said he's still in control of the country. So for now, the coup d'etat is on the way still in Ivory Coast. A French warship has been spotted off the coast of Ivory Coast, and it is alleged that France would have deployed troops in Ivory Coast. But the handful of troops that France deploy in Ivory Coast would not do anything if it's a military takeover, because that means the whole military has taken over the government there, and it will take more than a handful of troops to overturn what has happened. I will continue to follow this story, and I will bring to you the information as it is updated. But for now, there has been a coup d'etat in Ivory Coast. The president is missing, and there is celebration in the streets of Ivory Coast. The army, perhaps they're consolidating their ground. Maybe they're occupying offices, occupying government buildings. They want to make sure they take power fully before they come out and say they have taken control of the country. So we will have to wait some more time and see what is happening. But for now, I can confirm that the celebration in Ivory Coast, the military is on the streets, the president is missing, the internet is off. So that is a sign of a military coup. Otherwise, you would see the government coming out on the government's news channel or television channel to say they are in control still and everybody should leave the streets. Or you would see the army dispersing or attacking the protesters. You're not seeing any of that. The military is on the streets, the people are celebrating, and there's no sign of the president. Let me know if you're watching from Ivory Coast. Let me know if you're watching from West Africa. Well, you're not going to be watching from Ivory Coast because the internet is currently off in Ivory Coast. Let me know if you're watching from West Africa or anywhere in Africa. Let me know the information that you have. I'm bringing you this news from the Caribbean island nations. We're in the African diaspora, and we are getting the information as it comes to light. But let me know what you think about this topic of the coup d'etat, the military takeover in Ivory Coast. And France is currently panicking. They're panicking because their warship has been deployed right on the coast of Ivory Coast, and it is said that they have deployed troops in Ivory Coast. But we'll continue to follow this story, and we will be back with more information. But thank you for watching this video today. If you're watching for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel by clicking the subscribe button. Like the video, share it with all your friends and family. Comment your thoughts and opinion. You can also join the channel and become a channel member. The link is in this description box, and sign up and become a channel member. My name is Beyond. The mission of my channel is to bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora. On this channel, Beyond Uncut, we bring to you breaking news that affect the African continent and the African diaspora, because we are one people separated by colonialism and slavery. My friends, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you again tomorrow in the next video. But before I go, let me know what you have heard about Ivory Coast. Let me know if you have any new information. Let me know where you're watching from, and comment your thoughts and opinion. Let's have a wonderful interactive conversation. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you again in the next video.